thanking a whole bunch of people who helped make this possible. Certainly, the Village of Brewster was amazing. It's been in our amazing home for the last 10 years, but we've always been renters, and now we've been able to buy this building, and we're a permanent fixture in the community. And the village was very helpful in supporting us in the process of being able to move into this building. So I want to thank Mayor Jim Schernegg, the village board, the planning board. Today we have with us George and Mary and Michelle from the village, and thank you guys for coming today as well and helping us through this process. We want to thank the building inspectors who are really good working with us and making sure that the building would be a good, safe place for us, Bill Skorka and Joe Hernandez. I want to thank Harold Lepler, the developer who's been very involved with re-envisioning Brewster, for his support and help through this process. I'd like to thank Peter Bonanno from Clarion Construction, who was our general contractor and really took on this project and helped us make it possible. Rather than helping us find more ways to spend money, he helped us find ways to actually work within our budget. I want to thank Diana Murphy from HomeSmart. She's back there leaning against the red car. She helped us look at countless properties over a couple years period. So if anybody needs a real estate person, boy, she never pushed us to like buy a building so we'd get done with this whole thing. I think if I was in her position, I would have been like, gosh guys, just pick a building already. But she was always willing to take us to another place. I'd like to thank William Schilling and Frank Smith from Schilling Legal, who efficiently got us through all of the legal proceedings. Brian and Patrick and the whole team at Putnam County National Bank, without whose financial support we would not be here today. And the folks from Co-Backers Market, who have donated most of the food that you see over there today, which you'll get to enjoy in just a little while. Thank you guys, thank you folks, our new neighbors. We're happy to be right across the street from you. And I want to thank my parents, Barbara and Stanley Jacobs, both for their financial support and their emotional support, without both of which this would never have been possible. And of course, I want to thank the entire Longview community, teachers, parents, students, volunteers, everybody who's been involved in the school is what has helped make this work. Today is both a ribbon cutting and an unveiling. The last person I want to thank is my wife, to whom I've been ecstatically married for 26 years. She's sitting on the end over there. One of our secrets of a happy marriage is the way that we support each other and each other's endeavors. So even though she has more than a full-time job as a Spanish teacher at Sleepy Hollow High School, she still spends countless hours helping Longview. Today we will be unveiling her stained glass rendition of the Longview logo. But before we uncover the piece, I want to tell you about our logo, since it says a lot about our school. You can see it on the front of this podium and on the banner beside us. The base is a book, which represents the rigorous academics we provide to our students. Out of this grows a tree, representing both the growth of our students from fragile saplings into sturdy oaks, and also representing our philosophy of the connection of education to the natural world, as with our elementary school garden, which we will be ready to unveil in the spring. Our logo also typically includes our motto, which you can see up there, which is reinventing education one child at a time. This reflects the way we meet the needs of a diverse group of students. If there's one refrain I've heard from parents bemoaning their experience in other schools, it is this: if we do this for your child, we would have to do it for every child. That answer is simply unacceptable. At Longview, we say, if we do this for your child, it is because it is what your child needs. The other children, the other parents, they understand that make accommodations based upon each student's individual needs. They know that when it's their child's turn, when their child has a need, we will meet that need as well. This is one way we keep reinventing education, but we also do so each year, each trimester, each day. Ours is a small school. We hope to grow from the 30 students we have now to 40 or 45 students over the next few years. Don't worry, we're not going to get bigger than the 50 we promised the town. But we will always be a small school. The reason is simple. Our small size lets us provide an education that fits each and every one of our students. And with class sizes ranging from 2 to 8 students, we can use the pedagogical techniques that activate the highest centers of the brain, leading to deep learning and long-term recall. Our ability to use project-based learning, inquiry-based instruction, and hands-on classes is what makes Longview a true center of learning. Now, as we all know, 2020 has been a challenging year. Historians of the future could reasonably call 2020 the year that we came closest to a zombie apocalypse. And still, Longview has continued to reinvent education even during the pandemic. Last spring, our teachers took 1 week to prepare and then dove headlong into the use of Zoom to teach live stream classes so that our students could follow the same schedules they had used for the rest of the year and could stay deeply involved in their classes at a time when so many other schools were providing mostly written work to be completed independently. This fall, we have been fortunate to be able to open for full-time, in-person instruction in our beautiful new building, while at the same time offering a hybrid option for students from families with immune-compromised members so they can Zoom into classes with our in-building students. Indeed, we have continued to reinvent education, and as our world changes, so will our educational approach. We will adapt to meet the needs of an ever-changing group of students in an ever-changing world. Finally, Longview reinvents education by redefining what a school is. Most people tend to see a school as an isolated entity, a place our children disappear into early each morning just to re-emerge 7 hours later. Longview is not isolated. It's a part of the community in a way that benefits both the village and the school. There's a part of our community right now calling out to us, telling us that they're on the job. As members of the Chamber of Commerce, as customers in local businesses, as partners in community projects, Longview supports the community. Concurrently, local businesses help provide real-world education for our students through volunteer and internship opportunities, such as at the Brewster Flower Garden or Bob's Diner. Most importantly, we model for our students and for local residents and businesses just what a true community can be. By purchasing and renovating this building, Longview hopes to be a permanent fixture in the village of Brewster. With that, we would like to unveil Elena Posada's gorgeous stained glass rendition of the logo, and then we will ask Rose Iglico to come up and say a few words before we cut the ribbon. But before we unveil it, I see that there may be some other renditions of the Longview logo. So if there are any elementary students who did some drawings over the last 15 or 20 minutes of the logo, hold those up. Hold those up. Those are their versions of the logo. All right, be sure the ribbon is right here behind me, ready to go. And be sure to grab those pictures and later we'll tape them up to our window. And we'll have them there as well.
Yay,
And with
Nicholas.
that, let's unveil the Longview logo as represented in stained glass.
Oh, he's so small.
Yay.
Where's the ribbon?
It'll come.
Oh,
Kenny, it'll come. It comes in a little bit. It's beautiful. Eh?
We're never done.
And with that, I would like to introduce Rosa Glico from the Brewster Chamber of Commerce, who has worked with us for many years. She's always asked me to do more, and I've unfortunately been overly busy with the school. And now as she moves to Florida, we're going to have a bigger involvement in the Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, now that I'm leaving.